At the bottom of the hollow, where the river runs deep and wide, the nothing-heads were dancing, singing loud with pride. When Fluffy, Sneezy, and Grouchy interrupted with a shout, "Enough with all this nonsense! What's this all about?" "Shouldn't you be working?" yelled Sneezy. "Don't you have things to do? Don't you have fields to tend, instead of all this jumping around? Achoo!" "I need to see Not-a-Lotta," shouted Grouchy, "most urgently and with most haste. One of you nothing-heads run fetch, so I can get out of this place." The nothing-heads smiled and nodded, said they were pleased to meet. Then all the nothing-heads at once began to wiggle their feet. Fluffy, Sneezy, and Grouchy went ballistic. "How highly unprofessional! How very, very rude! The nerve of these no-count nothing-heads! I can't believe their attitude!" The nothing-heads kept wiggling, singing "Oshie-woggy, oshie-hey!" Grouchy, Sneezy, and Fluffy fidgeted, fussed, and fumed at the delay. The music stopped all of the sudden. Then the nothing-heads just stood and smiled, for what seemed hours and hours, the three visitors yelling all the while. When they were hoarse from shouting, when they could scream no more, "Welcome to Happy Hollow," said Not-a-Lotta, standing by the shore. "Sorry to keep you waiting. We were having our morning celebration. We're pleased to hear you now. How can we ease your frustration?" "I don't understand this place at all," scoffed Grouchy. "Aren't you supposed to be who's who? You look like chewed-up chewing gum that I can't get off my shoe. The head cheese of nothing-heads? More like Chief Dunce. I don't know why the elders sent us here. I'm going back to Pumpkin Ridge at once." Sneezy wheezed, and Fluffy flittered. Grouchy took the nothing-heads to task. Not-a-Lotta simply stood there until Grouchy finally asked, "How can you possibly help us, like the elders said you could? They said your treasure would solve our problems, change our lives, you would. They said it would make us happier, more fun to be around. They said we couldn't come home until the treasure we had found.